What's going on YouTube? Once again, I am back with another video for your viewing pleasure. Uh, this is going to be the first video of stories from the vault. And I had mentioned this in my last video I recorded 2 weeks ago. Tonight I'm actually recording two videos, so tomorrow you will get a video of the jersey out of the vault, and you will be getting this video, stories from the vault. So when it's come to collecting, not everybody's the same. Some people just use eBay, use the groups, and they will buy jerseys. There's no real extra effort or hunt for the jersey, and I've always been big on trying to get jerseys, and sometimes I'll do that extra mile that people might consider crazy or too much. So let's get to the jersey that I'm gonna show. So stories from the vault, volume 1 will be my 1995 All-Star Game Scottie Pippen jersey. I have recently reacquired this jersey about 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. Same guy that I got this jersey back from. I've also been able to get this jersey back from him as well. So basically, I just paid storage fees, quite expensive storage fees. But hey, uh, these are very hard to come by. Even in general, they made the Shaquille O'Neal and they made Scottie Pippen. Shaq is more common than Scottie Pippen, and I'm gonna get into the story. So I'm gonna hang this bad boy up in the back, since we already know what the jersey is, of course. No, want it to fall. So, of course, 1995 All Star Game Scottie Pippen jersey. These jerseys are hella dope. I did have a Dan Marley. I need to get another one so that I could complete the set. 95, 96 are, in most people's opinion, the greatest All-Star Game jerseys that the NBA has ever had. But there have also been some other really dope All-Star Game jerseys. So this is up there for me. And so when I got into collecting, I was trying to figure out, how to determine what jerseys are fake, bootlegs, and what jerseys are real. Shout out to Snacks. So I typed in Google fake Mitchell and Ness videos, and his video of basically a guide, because he's telling you, what to look for. Well, I came upon his NFL guide for the NFL throwback jerseys, and then that's how I discovered his YouTube videos, and of course I just started watching all of them, and eventually in one video, I can't remember, he's sitting down and he's wearing this jersey, the Scottie Pippen. So right around that time is when I joined Jersey Exchange in the Facebook groups, and then eventually I would join Kings of Throwback, and then Jersey Kicks and Lid would be the last one. And as soon as I joined Jersey Exchange, fellow Jersey head Eddie was selling the Shaquille O'Neal, and I missed out on it. So, I'm like, wow, Mitchell Ness made this jersey. I want to have it. Then I run into Throwback Kings jersey, and I see the Scottie Pippen, and I'm like, I need the Scottie. So I am going through my searches that I do, and eventually I found this jersey on offer up from a guy in Staten Island. Now, mind you, at the time I was living in Philly, that's not really that big of a distance, like 100 miles, hour and a half, car ride to get up to New York City, yada, yada, yada. One, I've never been to Staten Island. So, I was looking for the jersey. I was messaging him, and the seller never replied. So, just kept it moving. So about 3.5, 4 months later, he finally answers, my message that I sent to him. So at the same time, there was a seller. Dude was in Florida, and he was selling the Shaquille O'Neal in a size 48, and it was at a hell of a steal price. And right at that time, what happens? I get a message from the seller that was selling this. Not only was he was selling this, but it was brand new with tags, so it still had the tags on it and everything. And I alley-ooped the Shaquille O'Neal to a fellow Jersey head because I was determined to get this jersey. Now, the seller, we came to an agreement. He wanted 150, and I hit him with like another price, and then he met me at 100. He said, "I'll sell it to you for $100 if you come to Staten Island." He was like, "I'm not leaving Staten Island. I'm not meeting nobody off the island. If you want it, that's where you'll meet me." So I was working overnights at the time, and I basically got a couple hours of sleep, and went to Trenton. I live in Pennsylvania. I don't live too, I wasn't living too far from Trenton. Went to Trenton, hopped on the train in New Jersey Transit, rode the train for an hour and a half up to New York City. And then once I got to New York City, I had to figure out how I was going to get to Staten Island. And lo and behold, you can take a train down there to the Lower East Side, and then there is a free ferry that you can board that will take you from the Lower East Side to Staten Island. So 2 trains and a ferry, and then there's basically, the drop off on Staten Island for the ferry, and he met me there, and I got this jersey, and I was so hyped to get this jersey and get it in my collection because I just thought it was dope, especially, like I said, Scottie is a lot harder to find. I don't see many people who have Scottie Pippen. I actually know, Throwback King no longer owns this jersey, and it has gone into the hands of Big Slim. And he's the only other collector that I know personally that has the Scottie Pippen 95 All-Star Game. I know a handful of people who have the Shaquille O'Neal 95 All-Star Game. For a while, they were, or 2015, 16, you could still get the Shaq. There was like an abundance of them. And they're becoming slim pickings as far as that comes. And, Scottie's just hard to find. This is the only size 48 that I've seen. About a year ago, there was a size 52 on eBay, but I try not to buy jerseys that aren't my size. I like to get them in my size. So definitely glad to get this back in the collection. But when I told some other people what I did to get the jersey, driving up to Trenton, hopping on a train to go to New York City, then hopping on another train once I got to New York City to go down to the Lower East Side, then hopping on the ferry and going, all the way to Staten Island just to meet this dude because that was the only way he was going to sell it. and I had to have it. So, I did all that and then reversed to go home, ferry back to the Lower East Side, taking the subway back to, Madison Square Garden, Penn Station, and then hopping on the New Jersey Transit back to Trenton just to go home. I remember being so burnt out that day because, I maybe had like 4 hours of sleep after working all night, overnight, and, sacrificed sleep just so I could get a jersey in my collection. And I was hyped to get this jersey. I remember doing some other things and then recording a video late and showing that I got this jersey in the group and like just being burnt out. I remember recording the video and then passing out and going to sleep after posting it. So that'll be it for the volume 1 of Stories from the Vault. I thought about showing this jersey as, one of the jerseys out of the vault. But if you go back to my second video, I showed this along with a whole bunch of other jerseys. And ironically, there's another jersey in that video that I sold and I have been able to reacquire. So, since we're speaking on the jersey, I might as well also give you, a good look at the jersey. Man, just clean. As you can see, you have the 30. It is double stitch twill. You have the white on the green. So NBA All Stars is all stitched, and then the stars, the big star with the cactus, that is all a vinyl print. Beautiful jersey, man. Before they did what they do now, where they put the date of the All-Star game, they were still actually putting the season. So, of course, it says 1994-95. This is the All-Star game, extra large. Turn it around. You have Pippen, single stitched. And then you have 30 double stitched, just like it was on the front. Clean, beautiful jersey, man. And, I think, what was it, like a total of like 6 hours, man, just riding trains and boats to get a deal and to get a jersey in my collection that is like one of my favorite, man. So I hope that you enjoyed the first volume of Stories from the Vault. And until the next time, I'm out.